It's just finished. Middlesbrough 1, Chelsea 0 in the first leg of the Carabao Cup semi-final, and I cannot believe it. I am absolutely seething with this team, with this manager, with these players, with everything around the club right now. I cannot believe sitting here making this video, semi-final, first leg, and we've turned up and put in a performance like that. It is completely and utterly unacceptable from every single person involved tonight. Totally unacceptable from the manager and totally unacceptable from every single one of those players involved tonight. Utterly disgraceful. There was nothing, there was absolutely nothing for us to cling on to tonight from the team. And I've been very supportive of this manager. I've backed this manager. Tonight, I cannot defend him at all. I cannot defend this manager. What I firstly say is that Middlesbrough perform the blueprint, that so many teams against us do. They watch us waste chances. Cole Palmer tonight, usually cold Palmer, looks like he'd fucking defrosted, missing 3 unbelievable opportunities. Unbelievable opportunities. They watched us waste chances, then they take their one decent chance, usually due to a defensive mistake. Levi Colwill at left back is not. It's not a thing. It's not a thing. It's making people forget how good a centre back he is. Anyone against pace, anyone with pace up against Levi Colwill, and it's game over. Caicedo not tracking the run into the box. It's just basic fucking defensive mistakes. Then they sit in a defensive low block. They work really hard and they frustrate us. This result is on the manager and it's on the players as well. How many times am I going to sit here after a Chelsea game? Individual errors and fucking carelessness, sloppy passes, poor finishing, not tracking runners. This is basic things. These lot look like they literally just pulled up in the pub car park and they'd all met each other 5 minutes before kickoff. No one knows anyone on the pitch. What is going on here? 1 step forward, 2 steps back, no consistency. The side that did the damage against Preston probably should have been the same side that started today. Poch made the wrong subs today. Wrong subs, wrong time. We had a foothold and control of the game, and Madueke and Enzo were key parts of that. And Gallagher and Sterling were fucking horrendous. And instead, what he does is leaves them both on and takes off Enzo and Madueke. And it just gave Barra a big lift, taking our most direct player off and the only player in midfield that was looking like making anything happen, that looked calm on the ball. It's just a fucking disgrace, an absolute disgrace. We offered absolutely nothing today, absolutely nothing. And yes, you can say, if Palmer takes a couple of those chances, then maybe we win the game and it's a different conversation. I fully understand that, but that should not be detracting from what we are seeing on the football pitch at the moment. And it is completely and utterly unacceptable. Obviously, look, we're lucky we've got, another leg next week to try and put it right. And if we were to lose that and go out, then you've got a very strong argument for getting rid of the manager. Regardless of injuries, he should be getting more out of this side. And I'm not Broja's biggest fan, but I really don't understand why Broja wasn't given any proper service tonight or given an opportunity from the start. Before he came on, we were just aiming pointless crosses into the box with no number 9. As soon as a number 9 comes on, we abandon that. And instead, we start trying to pass it intricately against a team that's parking the fucking bus. And obviously, look, and that's not a criticism of Middlesbrough. They defended, obviously, really well. And another issue I've got with the manager here is his determination to stick fucking square pegs in round holes every single week. As I said before, Colwell's not a left back. Playing him there wastes his passing ability and it gives teams an easy area to target. And although, I'm not a massive fan of it, you could have easily played Malak Gusto at left back and put Alfie Gilchrist at right back. Dare I say, you could have even used Dylan Williams, an academy left back. Are you telling me that a left back that's come through the academy cannot do a job against a mid-table championship side? I mean, come on. What's going on here? What is going on? I am seeing nothing. I'm seeing no improvements on the pitch. We are fucking regressing. And this is unacceptable. Totally unacceptable. I just don't understand what I watched tonight. I can't believe what I watched tonight. I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it. We don't even deserve a second leg, but we've got one, We had Dortmund away last season. Again, the same thing, knowing we'd overturn it. Though we could overturn it. And this time, I don't know. I still think we can, obviously, but you know, there's no excuses tonight. I'm not making a single excuse tonight. This is totally unacceptable and is undefendable in every single aspect possible. It's not acceptable. It is not acceptable at all. We deserve to lose because we are wasteful. Middlesbrough played like a team. There was an idea there. There's an identity. They fully deserved it. This is two teams, by the way, that had 12 players out injured each before kickoff. And then Middlesbrough lost another 2 players inside the first 20 minutes. 14 players out against a mid-table championship side. And we were second best in every single fucking department. Yes, we had lots of possession. We did absolutely nothing with it. Yes, of course, clear-cut chances from Cole Palmer. You just knew with the season that he's had so far, he's been absolutely brilliant. And then obviously he does all that sort of press before the game, the Sky Sports interview that came out, all the like praising, coming to Chelsea and all this sort of thing. You knew he was destined to drop an absolute disaster class. And that's what happened tonight. Finishing was awful and he was straight down the tunnel at full time. It was a day to forget for him as well. I just don't even know. Like Poch said specifically after the Preston game, we cannot afford to have another first half like against Preston. It was somehow even worse. And then we managed to play even worse in the second half. On top of that, we could still be playing until the second leg and we still wouldn't score a goal. And it's the same old. Missed too many clear-cut chances. A team scores from their only chance. We look toothless trying to break them down. One team in Middlesbrough looked like they had a game plan and they were playing for the badge. And the other team were just a bunch of fucking clueless individuals who look like they have absolutely no idea. And I don't want to sound like I'm singling out individuals here, but I'm sorry. Raheem Sterling tonight, and he's not the only one, but he was absolutely fucking horrendous. He was utter dog shit. What purpose does he serve on the football pitch? Absolutely none. This guy's on 300 grand a week and puts in absolutely awful performances every single week. Unless there's a free kick in and around the edge of the box, what purpose is Sterling serving? Mudryk should have started this game. It's not even a conversation to be had about it. I do not understand why he didn't. Mudryk seems to be far more dangerous when he starts games. He seems to really struggle to get into the games when he comes on. Obviously, Newcastle aside in the previous round, Mudryk generally tends to struggle getting into games when he comes off the bench. Why was Sterling starting? A stat came up on Sky that he hasn't scored in his last 20 semi-finals. And yet, we think this guy's going to be the answer. It's just he's lazy. He doesn't do anything. He runs into players, gives the ball away. Honestly, absolutely fucking dreadful. Every single one of them. And a manager, I'm sorry, not good enough tonight. Not acceptable. There was no pressure on the players. I kind of understood his comments before the game, but there's no pressure on the players from the manager before the game. No pressure from the owners and the hierarchy on the manager. And it leads to complacency. And I think we were complacency today, Pressure has to be there in big games. It has to be there in big games. And in big matches, cup semi-finals, you either sink or you swim. And we sunk big time. We sunk like a fucking lead balloon tonight on that one. And the worst thing is we're not even playing a Premier League team or an average Premier League team. We're playing a mid-table fucking championship side tonight. Imagine if we've been playing any half-decent Premier League team or a top-level championship side. It's just beggars belief, And I don't care that there's a second leg to come. And yes, in reality, we probably will still go through. But that performance tonight, absolutely pathetic. And it amazes me how we can't even do the very basics that you'd see in under-10s football in a semi-final against a championship club. And it looks like they've got absolutely no idea. No excuses, not good enough. Simple as that. Simple as that. The subs seem to have made it worse. It's not all on Pochettino. Palmer tonight, for as brilliant as he's been, he showed why he's not the finished article yet. Too many flicks, too many poor passes, wasted 2 gilt-edged opportunities. Third one was a decent save. Sterling, as I touched on, incredibly poor. Get this guy out. Get him out. Constantly just running up blind alleys and no end product whatsoever. 0 end product all the fucking time. I don't even know what else I can say about this. Gallagher, the purple patch, maybe that's wearing off a little bit, and we're actually getting genuine Gallagher levels, which is just not that great at the moment. Big questions have to be asked after that. The decision to loan Ian Martin and persist with Levi Colwell at left back is a baffling one. It is a baffling one. I do not understand. Yes, I know we've got 2 left backs injured, but you've got another left back there, and you've decided that he's not good enough and he's surplus to requirements. I tell you what, it'd be a hell of a lot better than Levi Colwell at left back. That's for me. This is the worst display of the season. No patterns of play, no build up, no fucking hope at all. But then I suppose how you look at it is, it could be just look at it as this is like being 1-0 down at half time, and we can bring it back. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But with the way that we've been winning games, not performing well but picking up results, it's not sustainable. I think we're delaying the inevitable here. And I'm not saying that Pochettino should go, but it just feels like the writing's on the wall, and inevitably that is what's going to happen. Look, this is a big thing to turn around, but it's just the fact. I understand it's a big job, but this is the fact is that the fundamental basics are not there. And of course, as I said, he could have given Williams a chance there too. He's young, but he's playing excellently for the development side. Next week now is absolutely massive. If we don't beat Fulham and we don't turn a tie around, then the pendulum is drastically going to shift. And dare I say it, and I'm not one to call for managers to go, but dare I say it, if we go out and we don't beat Fulham, then the season's over pretty much, and you would have a very strong case for the fact that he has to go. That is my point, And again, another one. Signings this month. It's been a quiet start to the window. The signings this month will tell us a lot about whether this board still believes in the manager or not. If we just go and sign a load of fucking 15-year-olds fresh from their GCSEs out of Brazil or whatever fucking qualifications they do there, then that will tell us that they're not interested in backing this manager and they don't view this manager as an important part of the project. If the board's, is backing this manager and believes in this manager, the signings this month will tell us a lot about that. And right now, I haven't got any hope, but it's just the same things, again. Just like in-game management, awful. Substitutions, awful. Everything, fucking shit. All the time. I don't know what to say. I really don't. But this is as disastrous a result as we possibly could have got, and we're just so lucky that there is a second leg. But this was disgraceful tonight. Absolutely disgraceful. And I'm sat there watching it, and I just think, what is this team? What has this club become? Soulless, no identity, no patterns of play, no nothing. I feel sorry for the travelling fans. I was going to be one of them, but unfortunately couldn't make it. They should be refunded for that. 5.5 hours up north on a midweek, freezing, late journeys back into the early hours of the morning, and the team putting a performance like that. Completely and utterly unacceptable. I haven't got any more to say. Smash the like, subscribe to the channel if you're new around here, and I'm out.